Hello divas, dudes and dolls, I'm Caricature, and welcome to my lovely little luscious review show, Very Slay, where we go over each and every main stage runway look on RuPaul's Drag Race UK Series 6, and it is now officially the semifinals, and for that, they have the appropriate theme of semifinal final. And with just 5 looks to get through today, this is going to be a pretty fast review. I cannot believe that this season is almost over. It's been an incredible time. I've loved this cast so much, but I am also over the moon excited about being done with this season and getting to move on to something else. I can't wait to be done with something at the very least. When we get into these looks, as always, if I thought that it met the brief, got the job done, but wasn't anything amazing, we give it an okay. If I absolutely adored it, we give it a slay. And if I thought it really missed the theme overall, we give it a nay. That's all in efforts to find my weekly slate of the day, my favorite look of the entire episode. Whichever look takes that honor today will be put head to head up against Marmalade's Call Me Mother Nature runway look to battle it out to be this year's slate of the season. Whichever look takes that top spot, once we've crowned a new British drag superstar, I will be doing a lovely little illustration of that look at some point eventually, hopefully sooner rather than later, but this backlog is getting very, 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 very big. This Marina Summers piece has taken me forever to do. It's so detailed, but it looks so good. If you want sneak peeks of it and any other art that I'm working on, you can catch all of that over on my Patreon once you join at the $3 tier level. And once this season has wrapped the following week, so in 2 weeks from today, there will be a bonus video for my $5 patrons, my good Judes and Judies. I'll be going over all the unaired looks from the eliminated contestants that we didn't get to see really take their time on the runway. But you can also join my Patreon for free to access a little This Week in Drag TV summary blog post of sorts, going over the looks from the roast for this particular episode, and also talking about maybe the looks of the eliminated girls and just how we got to see them all back. It was nice and lovely. Now, with that said, I think it is time that we dive on in and start getting into these 5 looks that we have today. Starting us off, we have Relisa, who is in this little vinyl swimsuit moment, very lingerie with a little see-through MAC, a little raincoat fantasy with this umbrella. This is incredibly plain, especially for this point in the competition. And I think that this look, early on could have been fine. I think as a performance outfit, it's cute, served her well in the lip sync, but I just think that at this stage, I want to see a wow factor piece. This is not a wow factor for me. It's incredibly bland, incredibly basic, and I appreciate what she's trying to go for with this pop art, Roy Lichtenstein kind of comic book makeup that she was doing, but I don't know, something about it just did not really hit. I think it could have been done in a cleaner way. For me, it's gonna be an okay this week. Up next, we have Kyron Thrax, who is giving us this little spiky fantasy moment. I love that this is a gown. I love how fetishy this is, and I really like where the cutouts placed. I think it is done well in the legs. At first, I thought it was pants. I thought it was a jumpsuit or a bodysuit with chaps. So realizing that it was a full gown with all the spikes is cool. I do agree with the critiques from the judges that spikes are really overdone in drag, but I think this works. I think it works really well for her aesthetic. And the hair is great. Really fun makeup too. I thought this was a really clean look, and you can never go wrong with that. It's going to be a slay for me. Then we have our eliminated girlie. We have Lil, who's giving us this Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend Marilyn Monroe mixed with a little fetish gimp suit moment. I think the idea is there. The idea is fun, but I don't know. There's something about it that's just incredibly plain. I know the dress is really simple, in general, but I think had the dress been in a fabric, she would have been able to really do something interesting with the drape that still would have echoed that reference, but it wouldn't have been basically here's a pink vinyl dress over a black vinyl bodysuit that it's all built into one thing. I don't know. It's not my favorite. I think we've seen a lot better from her over the competition. Her eyes look great. The makeup on the eyes is incredible, but unfortunately, this look just does not serve her well for the lip syncs. I wasn't really surprised at all that she ended up being the one to sashay away this week. I think she's a shoo-in for an All Stars or Versus the World season. Easily. She's a star. Truly a star. This is gonna be an okay for me though on the runway this week. Then we have Lavoie, who took her 4th challenge win today, and when she said that she felt like she looked like she was from Starlight Express, I about fell out of my chair because that was the immediate thought that I had when she came around the corner. It's where's the roller skates? She looks like she's about to be singing about the power of steam-in shoots. I think this is a cool idea. I do love that the records are like zip tied together in a way where she can kind of like move them around. I think it allows her to create some like fun shapes had she, you know, played with that a little bit more. But this was so different from anything that we've really seen her do. I was really surprised by it. I think of all the queens this season, she's probably been the one who has surprised me the most, just in terms of like pushing outside of the normal aesthetic that we kind of have come to associate with her drag. This is fun. I like it. It's very 80s. Like, I mean, Starlight Express is an 80s musical through and through. I'm not at all surprised by those vibes. I thought this was great. And at this point, I would not be at all surprised if we saw her taking home the crown next week. It's a slay. And then finally, we have my runway diva extraordinaire. We have Miss Marmalade, who's giving us a very different take on this vinyl idea because she's serving us gramophone realness. I think this is so fun. This is such a campy idea, but the garment itself is so beautifully done. The drape on the top of it is gorgeous, and then the textile work through the skirt, this like assemblage of paillettes is stunning. I'm obsessed with it. I think it is absolutely divine. I mean, the record needle finger, that's also a really great detail. Like, it's just a cool shape. It's a really, really cool shape. I think it is truly one of my favorite runways from her over the course of the season. It is absolutely a slay. Alrighty, and with that, it's time to pick our slay of the day, my favorite look of the week. And surprise, surprise to absolutely no one, once again, I'm giving it to Marmalade. She truly has set herself apart as the fashion girl of the season, and I would say the fashion girl of the franchise. I genuinely think she has presented the strongest runway package in the history of Drag Race UK, and one of the strongest runway packages of 2024 across every iteration of Drag Race. Let's take this look and put it head to head against her current reigning Slay of the Season contender. I think both of these are stunning, incredible, immaculate pieces of art. But there is one look that I personally think I can still do more with over the other. And for that reason, I'm going to keep her Butterfly Fantasy in that top spot. That's going to be it for me for today. You will see me next week where we review all of the looks from this finale. I can't believe it's over. It's almost over. The end is in sight. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm so excited. Yippee. As always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all those lovely little things. It all goes such a long way. You have no idea. Thank you for the continued support on all these videos that I've been putting out. I really do appreciate it immensely. Like, it really does mean the world. We will see you whenever we see you in the next one, hopefully next week for this finale when we crown a new diva. Until then, be sure to go out there, y'all. Stay kind, stay queer, and make sure that your day is very slay.